You're listening to Pato's Powerhouse.
Hey everybody, welcome to Pato's Corner. Today I'm going to share a story that I briefly shared on Tales from the Guard Shack. Oh, by the way, Tales from the Guard Shack is our other podcast. Shameless self-promotion there. Check it out. Now, this story happened back in the day when I was a younger Pato. You know, I'm talking about one of my first gigs as a security guard. I had been promoted to a relief supervisor, so I got perks like going to fuel up the security van, a little piece of crap Astro van that we used to drive. So anyway, here I am going to the gas station, which was located on 24th Street in Van Buren. If you're familiar with that area and you lived in the Phoenix area in the 90s, you know, 93, 94, one of those years, you remember that, or you will remember that Van Buren was loaded with prostitutes. I'm talking, that place looked like something out of a Hollywood movie. So there I am fueling up the van, and as I'm fueling up the van, I noticed that two of the guys that work with me, they pulled in there in their personal vehicle. Well, it was this dude that we're gonna call Herb for argument's sake, and this older Middle Eastern man that we're gonna call Isaac, just for like I said, for argument's sake too, you know, just for the hell of it. They were very cool people, you know, don't get me wrong. But here, I guess Herb was a white dude that was going to marry Isaac's daughter. Isaac's daughter was still in Syria. You know how that goes. So anyway, bottom line, that's how the relation between those two. But bottom line is, Isaac had a very thick Middle Eastern accent, and there was somewhat of a language barrier there. He didn't grasp some things like slang, you know. So Herb goes inside, you know, to pay for fuel, get sodas, potato chips, and whatever. I'm fueling up my van a few feet away, and then as I'm doing that, I notice that this gorgeous girl in this very skimpy outfit walks over to the car and goes over to the passenger side where Isaac was sitting. And then I just noticed that the girl's like giggling and laughing, you know, smiling, and I just see Isaac's head shaking, no, you know, so I couldn't hear. But I guess as that was going on, Herb stepped out of the little convenience store with potato chips, soda, whatever he was carrying, and he got to hear what was going on. Now, instead of going back to his vehicle, Herb walks over to where I was, and he's like, dude, you should. Oh man, did you hear? I'm like, no man. Well, what's that girl telling Isaac? And he's like, oh dude, that's funny as hell. She just asked Isaac if he wanted a blowjob. Oh man, I'm like, okay, and I'm laughing, you know. So is that what he was taking his head? No. Oh, you should have heard Isaac's response. So apparently, what happened is, obviously, beautiful girl walks up to the passenger side door, talks to the old man, tells him, hey, you want a blowjob? And Isaac, with, the language barrier there, didn't grasp what he was being offered. So he's telling the girl, oh, no, thank you, I already have job. And obviously she's giggling and laughing, finds it funny, so she's messing with him, and, oh, no, thank you, I already have job. So that was that, you know, over here I'm like laughing it off with Herb over here. Now, once we got back to the place where we worked, you know, and we're all there talking to Isaac, I'm like, oh, so Isaac, you didn't want a blowjob? No, I told her, I already have job. So we explained to Isaac what a blowjob was. His eyes got, you know, wide. He opened his eyes wide open, you know, like, whoa. I'm like, see, Isaac, you need to learn English, man. You're missing out on a lot of things. I'm just saying.
You're listening to Pato's Powerhouse.
Hey everybody, welcome to Pato's Corner. Today I'm going to talk about something that, well, I guess you gotta be from the Valley of the Sun or a similar place with horrible heat. Here in Phoenix, summertime can get pretty nasty, right? 115, 110 degree weather. It's horrible. That's usually the time I like to invite relatives, so that they don't get any crazy ideas and move out here. But anyway, that's when I have them over. I'm just kidding. Not really. Some of my relatives, they live in worse places. I mean, I got relatives in Cali that they're like in Indio area. And boy, that makes Phoenix feel like paradise, quite honestly. So, bottom line is, what I'm saying is, if you've been born and raised here, or you've lived out here for a few years, eventually your blood thins out to the point where temperatures below 75 degrees feel like you're fucking freezing. I'm not kidding. I mean, that's my story. I mean, hey, I go back to LA in the summertime. We go to a theme park or something, and while everybody there is running around in their tank tops, shorts, and their summer clothes, I mean, that breeze kicks in the evening. I'm wearing a sweater. Another thing, when we go to those theme parks, when we're out there, any water ride, if it didn't happen between the time we got there and noon, it's not happening. I'm sorry. It's just too fucking cold for me. So, here I am, in the Valley of the Sun, working in my line of work, which means I'm in a tin guard shack, which doesn't really keep warm, even though it has like a heater, but we got the door open, so it doesn't really stay warm in here. But yet, it's still better than being out in the elements. So, we got people rolling in the morning, and sometimes I wonder if these people are like really, really nice, or if they're just sadistic bastards who are planning to just, they be evil and keep me out there in the cold. Let me explain. First of all, we have some people that will stop, as they're rolling in through the gate, you check them, make sure they have their decals and everything. But they'll stop there and they'll talk to you. And some of them I know, and they're really, really nice people, and I appreciate them. And, I love you to death, but come on, it's cold out here. Get out of here. Let me get back into the tin shed. But, I mean, some of them are really legitimately nice. But I just know that there's some, how can I say, despicable, sadistic bastards that as they're rolling in, they look at the temperature gauge in their car and they're like, 35 degrees. I gotta stop by and say hi to the guard. And they're like, hi, how are you? Oh, doing great. Have a nice day. Oh, how was your weekend? Yeah, good. And that they're just like holding you there and you're building up a line. And it's cold as fuck. And all you really want to say is like, hey, you're cool, man. Come on, I like you. Now get the fuck out of here. It's cold. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are just that nice. I mean, they really want to know what the security guard did on his weekend. I don't know. Some people are like that. Or maybe it's the other one. Who knows, right? Who really knows what lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows, I guess.
You're listening to Pato's Powerhouse.
Hey everybody, welcome to A Moment in Comedy. This is the section where I tell you a joke or tell you a funny incident that I think will get a chuckle out of you. Well, here we go. Today I'm talking about friends, because we all have friends, right? At least one. I am very fortunate, I have a friend that if I'm in need, he'll take the shirt off his back. If I tell him I got a body I need to bury, he'll be like, alright motherfucker, I'll bring the shovels, so I feel blessed, I feel very fortunate. But he's also that one friend, that one friend that if we're in front of a crowd, he'll cut me down in order to make himself look good. We all have that one friend, come on. I mean, and we all have the potential to be that one friend too. Don't get me wrong, nobody's perfect. But seriously, sometimes, when we're doing a podcast, we're doing a gig, and it's my turn to introduce them, I'll go out of my way to build them up because, come on, it's my friend. I want to build them up. I'll be like, ladies and gentlemen, with us is the intelligent, the talented, the only other man besides Chuck Norris to have opposable thumbs on his penis. Here is K-Dog. My friend K-Dog. But my friend K-Dog, will get on the microphone and you think he'd be like, well, Pato make me look good, so I'm going to return the favor. Nah, instead this motherfucker will be like, Ladies and gentlemen, I am K-Dog and I am here with my friend Pato. Pato is the only man who's met Sasquatch and jerked them off. As I'm listening to this, I'm thinking, you motherfucker, I just went out of my way to tell people that you are talented, you're intelligent. Hell, for fuck's sake, I just gave you Chuck motherfucking Norris status by telling them you're the only other man with opposable thumbs on your motherfucking penis. And how do you repay me? You tell people that I met Sasquatch and that I jerked them off. Seriously, motherfucker? Seriously. You know what? You're just lucky I don't tell them that you got money shot in the eyes because you were trying to get in on the action. I'm just saying.